What's happening? What's happening, everybody? She scratched me. Alright, so I was thinking about something. While I was enjoying my siesta. You see, the Lord said, and everybody knows this and mainly grossly misquotes it and misunderstands it. But we'll go with Matthew 7, judge not, lest you be judged. Goes on to say, for with the same measure you use, it's going to be judged back to you. A lot of people skip over that part. They don't want to even understand that part, because they want to call you names. They want to call you loser, drug addict. They want to call you prostitute. They want to call you whatever, deadbeat. They got all kinds of names for you, all kinds of judgment calls for you, and it's been the same measurement that they used to measure that judgment to you. It's been measured right back to them. Right, Ellie? Right, Ellie Sue? Is that right? Is that right? And the Apostle Paul goes on to say in Romans 2, a lot of people, they really don't understand this part. And I got to say, I didn't get it either until I got a revelation of it one day. And here's the revelation. In Romans 2, Paul says, the things that you see in others, listen, the things you see in others, those are the things you're guilty of. Now, a lot of times people think, well, that can't be true. And actually, he's building on the same thing that the Lord was already talking about. You see, the Lord, man, come on. There's no higher wisdom than the things the Lord said, and they're so simple and so plain yet so deep. And that's why I'm amazed at it. I've gotten hooked on it, and if you can see this dog bouncing up behind me. Oh yeah, that's why I'm bleeding right here. So yeah, so really what the Lord did was he put in he put in a self-check mode in the human soul realm, your mind, your will, and your emotions. Now check this out. Say I happen to see one of my brothers with a huge ego, whatever, acting out in pride, and I see it plain as day. Now, a lot of people, they want to go tell that brother, hey, your ego, bro, you're, this. But what you ought to do is check yourself, because the Lord's helping you out here. It's a self-check mode. You see, the Lord also went on to say, why do you look at the speck that's in your brother's eye when you got a log hanging out of your own eye? You see, that goes right along with this. See, first thing what you want to do is pull the speck out, the log out of your own eye, before you can help your buddy out with the speck that's in his. So you take inventory. Hey, Why am I seeing this? Is the Lord showing me this because I'm full of myself? Or are you spiritually well enough to actually help that brother? Now both scenarios are possible. You know, you got ministers in the fivefold ministry that the Lord uses to help people all over. The Lord loves everybody. It doesn't matter what color you are, what even sexual orientation you are, where you came from, it doesn't matter. The King's the King of all. Now, in saying that, say somebody calls you something or tells you something like this, like, oh, you need to get a life. Oh, it seems like, it seems innocent enough, right? Go get a life. Okay. Let's break this down a little bit. Say I take on, say this person calls themselves a pastor. Maybe they are a pastor. Maybe they're not walking in the fullness of it. Maybe they are. And they tell you to go get a life. Well, first off, I could take that as, oh, what if I took that on and said, oh, I need a life, right? This person, this pastor, just tore one of the body of Christ down, okay? This is a baby. This is a infant chewing on its own hand. Say if I'm a fellow minister or another member of the body of Christ, that mouthpiece just chewed on a foot. This is what babies do. They just grab their foot and they stick it in their mouth, right? Or grab another baby's foot and stick it in their mouth, chew on it. They don't know any better. They're babies. Okay, so this person is a baby. I know there is a specific person I'm talking about now that I think about it. And yeah, he is a baby. But he can grow as soon as he decides to get willing and obedient. Now let's look at the flip side of it. Get a life. Okay, this person telling me to get a life or telling you to get a life. If I told you to get a life, I must think automatically my life is way better than yours and you're trash. So that's a judgment call. So that same judgment that was used is going to be measured right back to them. So now who's really going to need to get a life? Actually, the person who said, you go get a life, now they are going to need to get a life. You see how this works? This is all plain in the Word. But you got to get in the Word to see it and to know it and to get understanding. And actually, the Word says the beginning of wisdom is this, to get wisdom. And the second thing is to get understanding. So really, it's not too difficult. If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm not saying I got it down at all. But it's finally, after all these years, starting to make some sense. Well, I hope you continue on my journey with me. And I'll see you in the next video.